Hey, they hear that loud, ooh, chitty, chitty, bang, chitty, chitty, bang.
Squaring off for the second time in 3 weeks, Philly and Washington are set for this Week 17 rematch. The Eagles go for their 4th sweep of the football team in the last 5 years. It's Week 17, and it's next.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, you take a look at the Eagles. Their offense is a unit that's not afraid to take chances out there, and not always for the better. What do you see them trying to do here?
I think they'll continue to take those chances, Brandon, but to me, they have to do it in a measured way. And what I mean by that, they can't just come into a game and throw caution to the wind and just say we're going to run a bunch of gadget plays, a lot of reverses, end arounds, all of those things. They've got to identify the spots where they want those plays to pay off, which means you have to set them up. And then when they present themselves,
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Derek Barnett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack on first down, Wentz. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it.
one thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So on fourth down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Sanders on first down, not finding much of anything there as he might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So, Charles, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now, here they are, 15-0. This is happening, isn't it?
I think it is, Brandon, because I do believe this team is too invested, too well coached to fall asleep at the switch now. And I think it ultimately benefits them to stay engaged all the way through the season because make it to the finish line, then they get the open week to refresh and re-energize. But if you get off the gas now, that can really hurt you come playoff time.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. The numbers for Sanders last week: 17 carries, 51 yards.
And well-liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try and run for it with Sanders, and he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
On 2nd and goal, Hurts. It's caught on the right side at Smith. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Eagles have taken the early lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all, and it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
Now Wentz again. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to 4th down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. So, Charles, here we are, Week 17. Both of these teams playing their 16th game of the regular season, and obviously for decades that was the full season, but as we all know, a little strange, still one more game to go next week.
Yeah, Brandon, I think we're both interested to see how things play out next week because we know their division titles and wild card spots up for grabs, so those teams, no doubt they'll be all in. But how would you like to go in front of a team that's 3-13 and say, okay, guys, one more time, let's go get them. If we win, it benefits someone else.
Play action. Here's Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Sanders. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
This one out quickly to Watkins. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And one more time, that's Watkins. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They go back to the ground with Sanders. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Hurts. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Hurts. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Chase Young make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. And Hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Dancing to his left. And he is trying to get to the marker. Going to depend on the spot, but I'm not sure he got there, and he did not. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there's a time to be aggressive, now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one. And look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. Meanwhile, Wentz's throw complete there to Thomas. Oh, a solid stiff arm and some open field. And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. To throw is Wentz. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. It's a loss of 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Shotgun now for Wentz. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because...
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. The kick by Lambeau is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points. Not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And what we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it, because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They go play action with Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. These two teams have met earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they're looking for another win here in Washington to take the season sweep. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts looking here for Smith downfield. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. On 1st down, Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Kind of an odd schedule this year. These two teams getting their 2 games in very late in the season. Their first meeting just a few weeks ago, back in Week 15. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. So we've come upon half, and just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Both teams currently making their final adjustments. We're getting ready for the second half. So we'll send it back up to FedEx Field and hand things back over to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Well, now heavy pressure by Washington, and they block it. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And Washington has made this a one-score game.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two. Wentz going to look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the two-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a three-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a two-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
From the 10. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
And out now come the Eagles. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 21. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
They'll run with Sanders. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 54 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. Here's Hurts to throw. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Elliott on for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. That time a 9-play drive. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Play action. Now Wentz. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge. On second down, a run with Gibson. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Working from the gun, Wentz. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Elsewhere, second half is underway up in Orchard Park. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. Throwing is Hurts. That's over the middle and caught by Arcega-Whiteside. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Back now at FedEx Field. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They're going on fourth down with Hurts.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jamin Davis. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. So after the INT, here's Wentz.
They'll dump that off to Gibson, complete.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up second down. Throwing now is Wentz. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another first down. Now Wentz. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. Got a man. It's Gibson complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Wentz now to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And Lambeau will put this one through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out, and he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me, that's my bad, but let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Running on first down is Sanders, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage before he's taken down. A loss of 1. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Eagles are closing in on that 16-0 record as they add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From the 6. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Out comes the Washington offense as we get a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Darius Slay with a pick. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. And they take a knee. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And they will take a knee here. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. This to make it a 3-score game late. The kick by Elliott is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And that's caught inside the 30. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and maybe more importantly, a victory